like, what's all the excitement, dude? Why are you chasing me down?
All right, welcome to Bass Battles. We are here to announce the championship location. Got William Moffitt here, Just Fishing TV. Thank you for coming down for this championship event. So we know we've got the three final anglers, Jeremy McKay, Ron Six, and David Mays, that are going to be fishing tomorrow. Sutton Lake is the location that we are going to be at, but we do have some twists as always. So we're going to come to Sutton Lake, and the anglers get to fish for 2 fish at Sutton Lake. And then after they come in with their 2 fish, as soon as they've got those, they weigh them, and then it's on to Siltcoos.
That is awesome.
Siltcoos Lake, they get a 5-fish limit, so it's a total 7-fish limit for the championship event.
Oh man, that sounds so awesome. Makes me want to fish it.
and you're going to get out here and you're going to fish a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So you'll have to give us an update on how Sutton fishes. But so again, Sutton, they've only got 2 fish that they got to get here. That'll be the big game changer, is how long do they take to get those 2 fish, and how quickly can they get 20 minutes away to Siltcoos, where we all started it, so that they can actually get the rest of their 5 bass limit there to make 7 fish.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens if they only catch 1 fish? They can't leave?
We'll set a time limit.
Okay.
So we'll set a time limit, but at that time limit, if they're 1 fish short, obviously they go to Siltcoos. They're already going to be behind 1 fish. Yeah. So halfway through the day, if they're still searching for that 1 fish out here, the pressure's going to be on. Because none of these guys want to come in a fish short. Right? So that'll be an interesting thing to be able to watch tomorrow. But we're going to let you get out on the water and give it a little test run. Give us an update on how things go. But appreciate you being here again. And we're going to tune out here, and we're going to let everybody know the location here pretty soon.
Say some more.
I'm gonna go back up. All right, so let's see, what do we got? I know we normally do our run through, so I guess to get here, Jeremy McKay obviously is still undefeated in all of Bass Battles. We had David Mays and Ron Six. So Ron Six, this is his first championship. David Mays, he's one of the versatile guys. He's had been to the championships on the Columbia River. This is his first Coastal Lakes championship.
Yep.
We know David kind of survived Mercer Lake, survived Taconich. Those ones were close calls, but you were able to get here. Ron, Ron had a couple of difficult battles, and as far as things go, Jeremy had a difficult one at, was that at Taconich or was that at 10 Mile?
Yeah, Tack, yeah.
Tack. So that was when Kevin Heitzman came in with the second biggest bag of the day, but ended up going home after you would come in with, what, 21?
21.
Yeah, 21 pounds. So we've had some amazing battles, and I know Flint from Battle Baits, he kind of hit it on the head. The bags that have come in at every destination have been decent bags to advance. I think David said it on the fan show. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have the best bag of the day, but all you need to have is the best bag today.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that $1,200 is yours, and you get to go to the TBF semifinals. So this is going to be a fun one to watch. For the people that are just tuning in, we're at Sutton Lake. These guys get 2 fish, and they can cut out of here. They can head to Siltcoos. They can choose to stay here and fish a little bit longer. But for the most part, that's going to be the decision that we're going to kind of keep up with this morning as they get on the water, is who they rock the board, who stays here, who goes to Siltcoos right away. So we're off. All right, good luck, guys. How big did you feel like it was yesterday? Is there enough room for all 3 of these guys to catch fish today?
There's definitely enough room. There's actually a little cut that opens back up, and so
goes to another body.
Goes to another body of water back there. So
it'll be fun to be able to get out there and see what's going on. And you had caught enough fish that you could have went to Siltcoos and qualified in advance if you were fishing Bass Battles. So.
when Bobby said you're kind of like, oh God, maybe that means I get to go out. Not that that was the only reason I wanted to see it.
I know.
But really it is, but you know. Just don't tell nobody, okay? I might get in trouble. This is a bassy looking.
It is a very bassy looking lake.
This lake's like in 2 lumps, right?
Yeah. Really fishy looking though. I mean, it is some really good looking. I mean, everything looks good, but you know.
Yeah.
They have so many choices of what kind of cover to stick on.
You know, my cousin and my uncle, they just raved about this lake.
Really?
Yeah, catching some big ones. And
that's the only thing. I haven't caught a big one. I did catch a few, but nothing real big. Maybe 2.5 pounds.
yeah. How many fish did you get?
I think I got like 6. Bass Battles Championship round. Got a round 6 in the background here. I think he's gonna hook up right now. There's a fish on that dock. He doesn't know it, but I saw it yesterday.
What are we at? 28 feet?
28, yeah.
All right, so we're out here on Sutton Lake. Got Art Ferreira, sunrise in the background. We've got our Bass Battles contestants that are out here on the water already. Craig Robin, thanks for joining us. We're here at Sutton Lake. We're just gonna start getting a little bit of on the water coverage going. Right now, we're just gonna give you a little bit of an idea of how big Sutton is, or how small Sutton is.
30 feet deep.
Okay, so we got some decent depth. We got lily pads. Look like there's some docks.
59-degree water temp.
Okay, almost 60 degrees with that sun coming up as soon as this fog burns off. We'll see if the anglers stay here long enough to even let the sun hit it. That'll be the game changer, is who's gonna leave first. Nobody's left yet.
Nope.
But we haven't heard anybody moving around a whole lot either, so looks like we've got, through the fog there, is that David Mays?
Yeah.
See if we can get an update on what his morning looks like so far. I thought he had one there, but it was just weeds.
Mm-hmm. Any bites yet?
Not yet. Just cruising, trying to find a bed with something on it.
Okay, looking for bedfish.
Have you seen beds?
Yeah, I've seen 4, but none of them have been occupied yet.
4 old beds.
Maybe as soon as that sun comes up.
I know. That's what I'm hoping. Actually, I'm hoping I can be a Siltcoos by
I think that's what everybody's hoping, is to be at Siltcoos by the time that fog lifts.
Yeah, but there is beds, so that means there is fish.
Yeah. Interesting, you've seen 4 beds though that have been empty.
Yeah, unless they've just come up and got done already.
Yeah.
Which would be hard to believe. I would think they maybe just out doing their thing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once that sun comes up, they might lock on them.
Yeah.
So we got Craig Robin, Kevin Whiting, and Kerry McLaren watching this so far this morning. Trying to see if...
Some have been in good spots where you would think it would be a good fish if there was one there.
Yeah. So is that your strategy, is to get your 2 and leave?
Yeah, pretty much. And I don't want to bring in like no 6-inchers though.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to leave here with 4 pounds to make up.
Yeah, that's true.
So what are you thinking? You get two, you gonna move, or are you gonna stick it out here?
Probably move at this point, but I don't know. See what happens when the sun gets up a little higher.
So we've got a little bit of a cove here.
Huh?
I just seen a real nice one.
Did you?
On a bed?
Nah, there's a bunch of fry up in there.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
On top of them a little bit too quick.
Well, we'll stay back off you a little bit so you can catch that one.
Nah, I muddied up the whole area. But there's like thousands of fry up in there.
Really?
Were they bass?
I couldn't tell, but I'm assuming with that big one swimming with them, it probably was.
Makes sense, yep. How big you think it was?
That's maybe 3.5.
Okay. Do you know if anybody went through the channeler?
The other two went.
Did both of the other two did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there another lake?
There's a second part of this to go through the channel, yeah.
Is that it right there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just this.
No, it actually opens up on the other side too.
Oh.
That's what William was talking about this morning.
Oh, okay.
We had the Just Fishing TV pre-fish boat. He decided last night that he was going to come and check things out and see what the anglers were up against. And you know, if you guys missed it this morning, he gave a little bit of commentary on it, said that it was kind of tough in the beginning of the morning, and then all of a sudden he was able to start picking off a few. So it just takes him a little bit to kind of dial things in, just kind of like what these anglers are doing. Not a whole lot of experience on this body of water, so.
Well, then this water, since it's shallow as it is going to warm up pretty quick.
It should. That's why I'm thinking if it's 59 right now, it's not going to take much for that to get over the 60-degree mark. And just like what we saw, David's seeing a fish up there with some fry, so some of that has already been done.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why some of these beds that he's seen are already vacated.
Right.
You know, we're looking at some post-spawn, which can be difficult at times, but you know, there's always kind of a spectrum of fish that are in that pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn. They all do things in a little bit different time frames, but
That is true.
if the majority of the fish have already moved up and are actually seeing fry in the water, these guys might be changing their pattern a little bit.
I think my money, like I said, is on all three of these.
Oh, you're going to pick all three of them? Your money's on all three of them. You can't pick all three of them.
Well, I can to go to the next lake, the next level.
Yeah, all three of them are going to go to the next lake. Exactly. Thank you. Yeah. Man, Artie Stone here with some really good knowledge.
Because by 11 o'clock, they have no choice. They're going to the Siltcoos.
Yeah, so we did put a time limit on it. So 11 o'clock, there's kind of a cutoff, and whether they have their two fish or not, we're going to wrap things up at Siltcoos out of Darling's Marina.
update. Jeremy McKay's got one in the boat already. So let's see if he gets one more and then heads out.
Is he catching bait over there?
I think he's ready to pull out the net. The bait net. Oh, no.
So again, we're at Sutton Lake, just north of Florence. Smaller body of water, but we do have the advantage here with Bass Battles having a 3-angler championship. We've got the dunes in the Oregon coast, got Pacific Ocean on the other side. These guys cannot lock through. There's no going fishing for the sea bass. Got a nice little bit chilly morning, but not too bad.
I think it was, what, 47 degrees? 48?
Yeah. The water temperature is a little bit warmer than the air.
60 degrees right here.
You want to go ahead and hop in and test it out for us?
I was thinking about it, but I choosing not to at this time.
No? Okay. Rosie Williams told us that it's not worth it. The professor says I'm not going in the water again. Sounds like the other 2 anglers are already on the other side. So we're leaving this part here. Rocky Ward, Christy Hollenbeck, thanks for joining us. We're just following David Mays being pesky here. We're trying to catch him on camera with a fish.
I think he's trying to shake us.
I think he is.
Yeah, he's trying to elude us to, like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Can't handle the pressure. I can't.
70-mile-per-hour winds.
I was trying not to break your concentration there. So have you fished this lake before?
I came out last week for about an hour and caught 2 small fish on the other leg. And then I just figured, you know what? I've got to fish it no matter what.
Right.
Just gonna come out and fish it.
It definitely looks like it can hold some big ones, though.
Yeah, it does.
And notice how close we are to the coast because you can hear the breakers.
Yeah.
You can flip that camera away from me.
1-6 getting ready to make a move. Go get him.
It's around that time of year right now where they may be starting to move up on beds.
Right.
And they got their pick of where they want to start at.
Exactly.
And keep utilizing it, figuring that the other guys aren't over there yet.
I hear somebody running.
I hear big motor.
Ryan Fordham.
Oh, Ron 6.
Thanks for joining us. William Guerin. So Ron 6 is making a run. Looks like he's running over here, trying to make sure that he can get through the canal.
You're gonna have a little bit of problem. I know that bass boats can go in as little as a foot of water, but it's gonna be less than a foot of water to go over to Mercer.
Drain raiders. Regulating hook sets on the lake and we dang good too. But you gotta be handy with the reel if you know what I mean. Earn your keep. It was a cold dark night and I was rigging baits, chilling with the crew on 10 Mile Lake. Dreaming about them big mouth, they about to get stuck. I'm dropping deep bombs on them, that's what's up. Dreaming about them big mouth, they about to get stuck. I'm dropping deep bombs on them, that's what's up. What you getting ready to tie on?
Uh-oh! You came over with the camera cord.
What you getting ready to tie on?
Let me see what y'all using.
Wow. This is pretty nice over here.
Yeah, so
Wow, Bobby.
we had yeah, thank you. I created this lake.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
I did this just for bass battles.
Oh, I see a boat on the move there.
That looks like that's our Just Fishing TV boat, right?
Okay, yeah, I think so. He's on the move.
Carrie McLaren, is there a time limit or you guys got to stay until 2 fish are weighed in? So a little bit of both. So these guys are looking for their 2 fish. They could still potentially weigh more than 2 fish, but by 11 o'clock, no matter what, they need to leave here. So if they've got 2 and they decide, like David Mays was talking about, he gets his 2 and wants to head over to Siltcoos, he's done. He doesn't have to wait till 11 o'clock. Any of the anglers that, if they catch 1 fish or they don't catch a fish by 11 o'clock, they still need to make that trek to Siltcoos. It's just going to end up putting them 2 fish behind because they can only catch 5 fish from either lake for a total of 7.
I think I want to move out here. Look at that.
You want to? You going to buy a new house? Art Ferreira is just making an offer. Sorry, Karen. I don't know if you like this house or not, but
I do. I do.
So it's a little bit deeper on this side.
Yeah.
So I went through the shallow part of the channel, and
That's why I wanted to
so
come
these
over
fish
on
could be up in the
the opposite side of where he was at, just
Yeah.
to kind of get a layout of the land.
Yeah.
There's some wood right there.
All right, folks. So we're gonna stay live here. We're gonna check on Ron 6, and we know not too far away.
So I'm gonna go over there. So Jeremy
Must be around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an island or something right there.
Yeah. So we're just exploring this. It's a new body of water, really, for most of us here. Anybody that's online, have you fished Sutton Lake? Have you had any success? Give us a little bit of insight into what the anglers could be doing. We won't share it necessarily with them, but what would you do if you were fishing this body of water here? About 60-degree water temperature. Got a little bit of fog.
61 now.
61 back. Okay, so the other side of this is a little bit warmer. We got the fog keeping the sun kind of behind that. It's probably not going to warm up until we actually get over to Siltcoos, but 61-degree water though is plenty warm enough for these fish to be active. But we look like we could potentially be in some post spawn. We've got some fry in the water. We still saw a couple of males moving around, and we know David said he saw a decent sized female look like not too far off from one of the balls of fry.
Yeah.
It looks like Ron is implementing his Mercer strategy over here, where he was fishing against some docks there when I was on the boat with him.
Yeah, but didn't he get? He was on that reaction bait with.
He was, yeah. But then he ended up switching over to that Jig Masters, which he's done well
that's right,
on in Tacknich and on Mercer. So see if he's switched over to the jig or if he's on a soft plastic bite.
So it looks like both anglers are going to their.
Well, you know, everybody's
jigs
going
or
to fish their high potential baits.
But you would think it would be like a reaction bite, but it's not.
Yeah, right.
You know, from what we got from
William.
From William.
Yeah. At least last night he was saying it wasn't necessarily a reaction bite type of thing. But Austin Nichols, thanks for joining us. So we're here at Sutton Lake. We just checked in with David Mays, still looking to get on the board. We'll see what Ron 6 has here. Only person that we still need to track down is Jeremy McKay, but
pretty difficult lake to probably find something.
yeah, David made a big run there. He's just out of sight. Ron 6, how is the morning going so far?
A little slow so far.
Little slow, yeah. It's still early, but
A little slow.
you have any first takes that you want to share with us on what you think about Sutton?
About Sutton so far?
Yeah.
I don't have anything to form an opinion on yet.
Have you seen any fish moving around, or?
I have not.
No? Okay.
I have not seen him. I'm hunting for him.
On the hunt.
Try a little shallow, a little something out here.
Yeah.
Actually pretty shallow.
So did you take a look at, oh, you actually pre-fished here a little bit, didn't you? That's right.
About an hour, yeah.
Yeah, so you didn't spend too much time, but enough to at least know.
You know, I got out here and fished that lower bowl.
Yeah.
Figured if you pick it, I've got to fish it.
Yeah.
And we've got to figure it out that day, so figured,
Is that the same bait that you were using at Mercer?
I don't know what you're talking about. Same bait, yeah, same bait.
Did y'all catch that on video there, people?
Yeah. Well, we're not zoomed in on the bait, so we're not showing any secret things here. But, you know, Ron trying to make sure that folks at home don't get clued in on how he got to the championships here, you know.
All-Star Bass Fishing.
Now, that's what we're talking about. That's a pretty sight. Five?
At the boat and kneeled down to lippets, and somebody came up with no nets.
Oh!
I kneeled down to lippet and did one little head shake and the hook.
So you're saying not having a net? Oh, okay. Artie Stone here.
Not having a net cost me, yes.
I got that from our producer / director.
Oh,
You came up with that one on your own. We're not taking that.
Brian Sanders, Austin Nichols, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Brian.
So we know that the two fish deal here is potentially going to come into play. What did you think about that format change to where you don't necessarily have to stay here all day?
Oh, it brings a whole different element to tournament fishing that you just don't see. You know, do we stay? Do we try to get 5 here? You know, Siltcoos, as great as it is, it gets stingy at times.
Sure. So have you formed in a strategy at all yet? Do you think you're going to catch your 2 and leave, or are you going to try and stick it out longer? Have you figured that part out at least yet?
Yeah, I'm looking like I'm gonna catch my 2 and leave.
You're going to catch your 2 and leave? Okay.
If I can catch my 2.
Well, we won't ask you to knock on wood because we know that you and trees have a history already. All right, well, I think we may stick with Ron here a little bit, and then we'll maybe motor around to the corner a little bit and catch up with the Just Fishing TV boat and see if they've got any updates for us.
Okay, we can do that. Hoping to see if we can catch him with catching fish on this secret lure.
Yeah.
You know, not the one that he used at Mercer.
No,
like
no,
that.
totally different
Totally
one.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems pretty intense though on protecting it, whatever the secret bait is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see quickly puts it down on the deck.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's in the middle of the boat so don't catch that one on camera.
No, I don't think so. No. for copyright purposes and everything. We protect the baits of the anglers.
Protect the identities.
The identities of the anglers' baits.
Names and faces may have been changed.
For all we know, that bait that he used at Mercer was called a Ronell 6. I don't know where he would come up with that name, how he comes to these names with his baits. But a Ronell 6, people may be coming to a store near you, you know, depending on the endorsements and everything that come on. If he pulls off the championship in the upset of over Jeremy McKay, 2-time reigning champion.
That may be the Ron 6 bait.
That may be the Ron 6 bait that takes him and puts it over the hump.
Signature series.
Signature series, yeah. Limited edition. 2019. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you got the year right. I know it's still early.
So it's only going to be sold till the end of 2019, whatever that bait may be.
And only in the Oregon coast.
Yes. And so folks at home, you might want to go on the internet and look for the Ronell 6 Signature Series baits.
Okay, so we just had an update coming in. Mr. McKay has one fish. So he strikes first.
Ooh. Okay.
But
they didn't say how big they think it is?
No, but he is on the board, so.
Okay. So Jeremy's got one fish. We thought we'd share that with you.
Live updates. We're gonna see it as it happens.
I think, to be honest with you, that was the last person that these guys would want to hear.
Exactly. If I was fishing it, that's what I'd be hoping for. I'd be hoping I'm seeing the strike first.
Yes.
But it's not a race.
It is a race.
It's not necessarily a race.
It is a race.
If you get to weigh in first, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win.
Yeah, but it plays in the minds of the other 2 anglers that are still here that haven't got a fish.
He could have a 6-incher.
That's it. I know. That's what I'm saying. But then he gets out of here and goes over to Siltcoos. So the more water time he gets on Siltcoos and less on here, and this becomes a struggle. And both these anglers say, let's just say for argument's sake, they catch no fish. So therefore, they have no choice but to have to leave 11. So they both have a blank. So even if Jeremy has 2 6-inchers, he's up a pound.
But the good thing about Siltcoos, though, is that anything can be made up there.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, we've seen in bass battles an 8 weighed in at Siltcoos.
Yes.
2 years ago, Lane Olson. So, I mean, shoot, you leave here with 5 pounds, then that's potentially that you could gain the 5 pounds right back up at Siltcoos.
Yeah, especially at this time of the year.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
But we know that Ron 6 is definitely not wanting to leave here without his 2. He's going to do everything in his power to put those 2 in the boat and then head to the ramp.
Looks like Ron was trying to look for an outlet to try to go around and get to his truck.
So again,
Water's beautiful though.
Again, we've got $1,200 on the line for first place, but these anglers do know that also that they already do have a check waiting for them. So they're going to get at least $350 by the end of the day. We still have a $75 big fish overall for the day.
And that goes even for the camera crew.
whoa, wait a minute. No, that's the
$750.
That's where that came from. The camera crew has to put in that prize pot.
No.
No?
We get to fish for big fish against these anglers for the $75 big fish.
Oh,
that's a new twist. So
I think you're making stuff up.
We're just
now.
letting Ron 6 know, and Ron's just he's kind of like copping an attitude right now on the water, so we're kind of staying our safe distance from Ron 6.
Well, we do have an update. We have an update for Ron too. So Doug Warren is commenting. He said to tell Ron to get the jerkbait out.
He did that. Well, we can't discuss that, Doug Warren.
We had to sign a secrecy agreement. Ron made us sign paperwork this morning so that we would not disclose that particular jerkbait.
And if he wins, he may have an endorsement, and it may come out to the public as a Ron L6 signature series jerkbait.
So there you go, Doug. We would try as much as we could to give Ron those updates and stuff, but you know, he's laser focused right now. He's got to get those fish in the boat.
Yeah, we may have to go talk to Sportsman's store and see about getting a Rhino 6 signature series in there for Ron.
The Sportsman in Florence.
But he's got to get some fish first. You want to go find Jeremy?
Michael Conser, thanks for joining us. Yeah, let's give Ron a little bit of a break. Let's see if he can, you know, it seems like as soon as we leave people, that's usually when they catch fish. So we'll see if that can be the good luck charm for him. All right, Ron, we're going to let you get at the dock here, and we'll hopefully catch up to you as you're speeding off to the other dock with 2 fish in the live well.
So.
All right.
Good luck, bud.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep it rolling here as we go find Jeremy McKay. So right now it sounds like Jeremy's on the board first. David and Ron still looking for that first bite, but we know that everybody's searching up shallow.
I wish this boat had a heater right now. I'm going to have to put on my coat here in a minute.
Are you looking for a Coleman sponsor? Is that, you know, or
I'm looking
heater
for
buddy thing?
I'm looking for like a heating and cooling company.
Oh, who's that? Who would do such a thing?
I don't know. I know a company. What's a Premier Comfort?
Isn't that owned by Hugh?
Hugh Jackson? Hugh Johnson?
All right,
it's Hugh Johnson.
Let's go find Jeremy. Let's go see what his one big fish is so far. So again, we've got 2 fish that they need to get here. So Jeremy's 1 fish away from getting himself to Siltcoos, and that could be dangerous for these guys. You let the 2-time reigning champion get to Siltcoos ahead of everybody else.
I think it's going to play a mind factor.
I think so too. Whether or not his fish are even good enough size or not, the mind factor of knowing that he could be at Siltcoos catching them before they can get there.
My thing is, if I had a chance and I caught 2 6-inchers, that's my ticket out of here. Quick.
Yeah.
Because then if I'm having a hard time catching them and these guys are having that much of a time, they're going to be here till 11, and then if he's gone and it's like 7:30, he gets there like say 8 o'clock, he's got 3 hours of Siltcoos to himself.
Ahead of it, yeah. So Brandon Elbert, thanks for joining us again. Jacob Wall, appreciate you tuning in. So Jacob, just to give you some insight since you're just jumping on here, these guys are fishing Sutton Lake over on the Oregon coast. So Sutton obviously is a little bit smaller body of water, but we do only have the 3 anglers competing today. And here at Sutton, they only need to catch 2 to be able to get off the water and head to Siltcoos, where they'll fish for 5 fish at Siltcoos for a total of 7 for the day. So appreciate you tuning in, Jacob. Know that you've got a lot going on there on the FLW tour. So good to see you tuning into Bass Battles.
Good job on your performance there, Jacob.
Absolutely. Cashing another check is important on tour, so happy to see that. And good things happening there this year. We still got David Mays. Looks like he's still searching for his couple of fish.
I think I see Jeremy over there.
Yeah, I see a boat over there. I can't tell if that's Jeremy or if that's can't see that green
Fish TV.
Yeah,
Can't tell.
I think it is Jeremy.
See a silhouette.
Fog is just starting to lift a little bit here.
Yeah.
But give you guys still a little bit more of an idea of what Sutton looks like. So a little bit of willows, got some pads.
Retirement community.
Yeah, got some nice homes on the body of water here with a few docks. Not a lot of docks, but just enough maybe to have that one fish or a couple of fish underneath it that these guys need. So
I think
that
sun's going to turn it on.
You think so?
I think so, yeah. That's what happened to Mercer yesterday.
Yeah.
Once that sun came out and this went away, the fish just gravitated up shallower and went into beds. Oh my goodness, it was like lights out, almost.
Let's find out from Jeremy what that one fish was. See if we can find out, was it a 10 pounder? Was it a 1 pounder? Did we end up seeing him? Can he catch that last one and get on his way to Siltcoos really fast? We know he's covering as much water as he can quickly. So again, just another one of those moments where you know that these guys just most likely want to wrap it up here as quick as they can.
I think that's the census, Bobby, is that all three of them want to get to us.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I don't think anybody's going to stick around here and try to get their 5.
I don't think so.
But you don't know. I guess if Ron or David actually lays into one big one here, that could change things too. Because if everybody's left and all of a sudden the bite turns on here, do you leave? Do you leave to go find other fish? You know,
then you ask yourself, is the bite turning on over there at Siltcoos?
True. Yeah, that's true.
How big is your fish, Jeremy?
Oh.
That's about 2.5.
And we just saw.
Almost had number 2.
Almost had number 2. See if he can get back in there and get that one to hook up again. It looked like he had it hooked on pretty good. It came out of the water, and that fish is most likely a little bit gun shy now after it's been hooked.
But it looks like he's on a pretty good pattern.
Yeah, so he's definitely already, like I said, got a 2 pounder in the boat, and he's definitely on a bite, where these other guys are still kind of looking.
And we just saw him lose that one. It looked like it was a pretty good splash, but either way, it would have been a second fish to.
Yeah. Well, and if he's got one that's 2, and that one would have made another 2, if you leave here with 4 pounds, and you can get to Siltcoos early, like you were talking about, that could be a game changer. Just because as this fog burns off and you get there, you've got a whole lot of water to be able to cover. But then again, with three anglers here, Siltcoos, no matter what time you get there today, you're going to have a lot of water to be able to
I'm
use.
excited to get there today too.
We know you've done a little bit at Siltcoos recently.
4 weekends in a row.
Yeah.
I was out there with Logan Decree. We won that one. He had a phenomenal day. A pair of 6 pounders.
Yeah, not bad for Logan, right?
Not bad.
Yeah, I know. We were trying to get Logan out here to help us with a little bit of coverage, but he was going to be switching over and doing a little bit of hunting, I think. So it was tough to get him switched over and try to do some on-boat coverage, but we're going to try to get him out on the river later on this year too. So
yeah, he did good. I fished another tournament, a gentleman, Taggart Hecker, first time being in a tournament at all. He has done bass fishing, and then I was out with Mr. Smalley's one of Sean Smalley's son. We were out there and we had a good day as well. So we've had some good fishing out there.
Yeah, so we know this afternoon, if these guys, just like Jeremy was looking at, You know, as soon as they get that second fish in the boat, they're able to weigh in. Siltcoos has been fishing really well.
Real well. It has bounced back. Each year has gotten better and better and better.
All right,
Consistently.
So we got Bill Wassman, hashtag Wild Bill, checking in. We've got, looks like we've got a few people tuning in. If you guys have questions at all, we do have a different format here. Go ahead and throw them out there. We'll try to answer as many questions as we can. And we'll try to stay live here on Bass Battles as long as we can until we get these anglers all over to Siltcoos. Then we'll wrap it up and we will do the on-boat coverage once we actually get to Siltcoos. So fishing 2 different lakes today on the Oregon coast. Anglers just have that decision to make whether they stick it out here after they get their 2 fish, and it sounds like that's not going to be the case. So far, each of our anglers have already kind of been antsy about getting that 2 fish in the boat and heading out.
Well, we just saw Jeremy just hook and lose a fish right in front of us. And I think that he was hoping that he was about to land his second fish to move on.
Right.
But now he's just
and
finding
that's the thing. Jeremy usually fishes pretty clean, you know, so I think, does that anticipation get into your head a little bit?
I think so.
Like already thinking, okay, got the foot on the gas, you know.
It's kind of like a receiver going out for the ball. He's already running into the touchdown, but
yeah,
you got to take the ball with you.
Yeah. Ryan Lawrence, thanks for joining.
Well, we got David Mays over here to the right.
Yeah, so we've got the Bass Battles Battle of the Spot here coming up. Up next. See who jumps around who. Lane Olson, thanks for joining us. We actually just talked about you, Lane. We were going through talking about the potential if these guys end up weighing in 2 fish here at Sutton Lake and then jumping over to Siltcoos. You know, that 8-pounder that's possibly waiting out there at Siltcoos could be enough to overcome anything they get at Sutton, but they've got to be able to get to Siltcoos to be able to go and find one of those fish. So.
Which they will. We have a deadline of 11 o'clock.
Right.
So, but hopefully...
They want to get there far before 11.
Exactly.
Yeah. Nobody wants to wait until 11 o'clock and head over there. Especially if you've got to wait till 11 o'clock. That means that you probably don't have your 2 fish yet. And if you have to go a fish short or 2, that's going to come into play. You know,
sometimes there's an afternoon bite that shuts down.
Yeah. So Brandon Elbert asking what's it going to take to win it today. So with a 7 fish total limit, let's get your prediction on. So you know,
19.
put the pieces together. You already know that they're each of the anglers is looking at trying to leave here with their 2 fish and head to Siltcoos. So what's your prediction for those 2 fish at Sutton first?
4 pounds.
Okay. So if we got 4 pounds, then and you're guessing an overall weight of 19. So you're thinking 15. You're 17. I'm trying to do math in the morning. 17
15.
pounds.
I'll say
15.
4 pounds here, maybe 15 to 17 pounds.
Okay.
At Siltcoos.
So you're thinking 15 at Siltcoos because they could potentially get there and only have 5-6 hours on the water. So not a full day at Siltcoos.
But then again, I mean, well, those of you that have bedfish, knowing that it's not a guarantee that you're going to catch that fish on the bed.
Right.
Even if you see it, or if you spend way too much time on it, if that's what's happening, which I'm excited and curious to know what is going on in Siltcoos right now, especially with all the tournaments that have been going on the last 4 weeks in a row.
Right. Yeah. Has the pressure got to those fish a little bit? Have they backed off? Yeah, but we know that these anglers all can catch fish, and especially at Siltcoos, the big thing is, when do they get there?
I think this is interesting because this lake is not pressured, and even though it's a small lake, it's got to be figured out. And I think right now, like we just saw Ron, no fish, hasn't even seen a fish. Then we have David Mays that has seen a couple of fish.
He's been sight fishing a little
bit. And we
bit.
even saw a couple of bucks, you know, within a foot of water, staring at us.
Yeah.
I think they were tuned into Fish TV. And then we got Jeremy McKay with 1 fish, and then we saw him with another fish, but came unbuttoned, right when it got to the surface.
Right. So I'm going to one-up you a little bit here. I'm going to think that Sutton, just like you were saying, the sun starting to poke out a little bit. I'm thinking 5 pounds at Sutton, and I'm thinking 16 at Siltcoos. So I'm going with 21 for seven fish today.
That's not what I said.
You said 19.
15 to 17 there.
You said 19 total.
No, okay, I redid the math. I said
wait.
15 to 17 over there.
So now you're going to
17 and 4
because I said 21. You're going to 21.
I said
I'm going to go 22. I'm saying 22 takes it.
I'm saying 21.
Okay.
I'm saying 21.
All right. So I'm sticking with 22, and you could actually.
I just go 19 total. 19, 15 there, 4 here.
All right.
19.
Folks at home, what do you think? What do you think it's going to take to win 7 fish today?
All-Star Bass Fishing.
Now, that's what we're talking about. That's a pretty sight. 5. Crushing it.
or 6 at the boat. I kneeled down to lippets and somebody came up with no nets.
Oh!
I kneeled down to lippet and did one little head shake and the hook.
So you're saying not having a net? Oh, okay. Artie Stone here.
Not having a net cost me, yes.
I got that from our producer/director.
Oh,
You came up with that one on your own. We're not taking that.
That's a Oregon State beaver.
Just took a doe.
Yeah,
right
that's-
when I pointed at him. Oh, they saw
Yeah,
me.
that's an Oregon State beaver. They take a lot of dives. Oh.
I'm not touching that.
All right, let's get back to the fishing here, folks at home. let's see what you think it's going to take to win. So it's again 7 fish total weight. We've got 2 fish at any particular body of water, and 5 fish on another one. So, or they can mix and match. Hey, if a guy gets on enough good fish here, if that sun pokes out and all of a sudden it's like, oh, caught a 4, and oh yeah, caught another 4. Well, are you gonna leave with 8? Or are you gonna try and stick that third 4? You know, I mean, it's possible. Anything's possible.
I will take the 8 and leave.
All right, so we've got some weights coming in. Brandon Elbert says 24 to 25. Rocky Ward says 22. So Rocky, I'm right there with you, buddy. I think Art's way off here. I think I'm going with 22. And Rocky's he's a good stick too. So I mean, he knows what he's talking about. You know?
You boys up in the north just don't know how us boys in the dirty south down here fish. We know.
Yeah, let's get back to the fishing action.
Boats heating up on the camera.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling the heat. I'm feeling better now. Warming up now that we're talking about it.
Well, that sun is just trying to peek up over there.
Yeah,
but
it's
slowly burning off the fog.
just enough fog to keep it chilly though.
Yeah.
So we know we saw with Jeremy's fish that he lost came off of some wood. Mm-hmm. You know, he's fishing out here. Looks like making a move after he's fished that dock. Gonna hop around David Mays since, you know, that's one thing. These guys are always, like I said, laser focused. I don't say that for no reason. You know, Jeremy out of the corner of his eye, he knows that David's already fished a little bit at this point. Jeremy fished around this bay fairly quick just to try and find that extra bite. He's already got one in the live well. All it takes is one more and he can go to Siltcoos, and we know he is dangerous at Siltcoos. So
That's so
looks like
think he's dangerous on any body of water.
That's true. Very true. Yeah, good point. Thanks for correcting me on
I
that.
think he's dangerous in a bathtub.
So, is he going right back to where he had caught his first fish?
I think he's going to make another run through the stretch.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. He's already up on the trolling motor. So that's an interesting part about too. You see, when Jeremy makes moves, and I noticed this when we were at Mercer, he makes a move and he is done. I mean, he shuts that motor off. He's on the trolling motor and he's already making a cast before that boat's fully stopped. So, do you think on a day like this today, where they've got 7 fish, they've got to make a really quick decision, they've got to get to and from different bodies of water, do you think that mentality of the fisherman that fishes a little faster and covers water a little bit more, do you think that actually is going to come into play to be the difference maker?
It's kind of like the saying goes, if you live by the sword, you'll die by the sword.
Okay.
And I know that, I mean, I'll speak for myself personally. I'm very methodical on fishing a certain area, and I'll slow down. And other people, I mean, I'll pick it clean to make sure there's nothing that I miss. Where Jeremy, on the other hand, he's picking his shots, but he's moving. He's just picking a shot. He's not letting that fish focus on that bait very long. He's just like, doom, nope, doom, nope, doom, doom. Where someone like myself, for example, if I feel like I'm in an area where fish, I'm going to fish it slow down the presentation, and get him to come up and bite. You know, or give him a little bit more time to see that bait and just taunt him with it and then make him strike.
And it's an interesting thing. So now we see Jeremy didn't actually turn and come back. He's still going to head the other direction. So maybe he's kind of keying in on fishing the next bay. He saw something similar from this one to that one, and potentially being able to pick off that next fish. The big thing too is once he gets that next fish,
oh, he's gone.
Can we catch up to him?
Well, he'll find us.
I bet you anything he's going to be at that dock pulling the truck down and starting to get ready to go as we approach there to weigh his fish for him.
I think if we stay in this bay and he catches a fish, he's coming right to this boat. We're weighing it, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
We won't even have to meet him at the dock.
You think that's going to be the way it works, huh? All right. So Ryan Fordham says 3.5 at Sutton and 17 at Siltcoos. So Ryan's looking at a 20.5 pound total weight for the win.
Great minds think alike, bro.
Huh? Interesting.
Ooh, that's something feeling good, people.
Yeah, we saw your sunglasses light up there. So we still got David Mays working down this bank over here. We haven't seen the Just Fishing TV boat.
Well, I saw him come down this way.
I know they're around here somewhere.
They get lost?
I think maybe they went to Siltcoos already. I know he likes Siltcoos. Oh, I hear somebody on the move. Lane Olson, how many fish caught so far? Right now, Jeremy has 1 in the live well. We left David Mays and Ron 6 both sitting on 0. So David's sitting right over here. Ron 6 is not too far on the other side of him.
And we're on the upper bowl of the 2.
Yeah, so Sutton is two ponds kind of connected by a channel, and that channel is kind of one of the areas where we saw a couple of fish cruising when we were following David Mays. So David spotted a fish that was in a little shallow bay. He saw one about 3.5, and then we saw a couple of pounders just swimming around not too far from that. But then as we did coverage of Ron 6 earlier, we got the text message from the Just Fishing TV boat that Jeremy already had a fish in the live well. So
for 2 pounds.
So we know that all it's going to take is one more for Jeremy, and he'll strike first to be the one to get on the road, head to Siltcoos, and go pick off the rest of his 5 fish there to make 7 for the day. But Sutton's a pretty small body of water, and we know it sounds kind of like the average size fish is around 2 pounds or so. By the time these guys get to the 11 o'clock range, we expect it to be more than likely 3.5 to 6 pounds. 6 pounds being on the hefty side, if anybody's able to reach that. But then they go to Siltcoos and anything's possible. Tyler Nail, thanks for joining us. Tyler's been an active guy too. He's been busy.
Yes, he has, and I believe he's on vacation. He's going to several bodies of water on his vacation.
Oh, he's not fishing on vacation, is he?
I don't know. I would find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm thinking Tyler's probably fishing day and night. I think that. Are you on a boat right now watching Tyler? It wouldn't surprise me at all. We've seen that come from Lane before. We know
Yes.
Lane's been out on the water watching bass battles.
Yeah, well, in bass battles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know Nathan Bromley, I think last year, was on the river watching bass battles, making a move.
That one video that we saw of Nathan Bromley at Tackinich always sticks in my mind of the endurance that these anglers
That
have.
storm?
That storm.
Oh, that was bad.
And it looked like it was on Deadliest Catch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and
Definitely did.
he was braving the elements.
Yeah.
And that's what these anglers are doing. I mean, this weekend, it's a beautiful weekend. The elements aren't even really a factor. Now it's just
them and the fish.
Them and the fish, and the fish are in a mode of either it's on the spawn, or it's still pre-spawn, or it could be some post-spawn.
Right.
So there's 3 different levels of fishing here.
Everything's going on.
And what is it that they're trying to target?
Right.
So which category?
So Tyler Nail's headed to the lake now.
Which lake?
Tyler, stay off the Siltcoos.
Thank you.
No, actually, come out and join us. That'd be fine. We'll get some live coverage of you catching fish at Siltcoos too. I have a feeling he's probably going to be going and fishing 10 Mile or some secret location there. I know Tyler evidently. He's just going to call it out. He's going to Loon. He's going to the one that we took off the schedule. Not a bad choice. So Loon Lake.
Does he know about the ramp?
Yeah, I think Tyler can get in there still. Lane Olson says Siltcoos is on fire. But yeah, I think.
When was the last time Lane was there?
Half hour ago? No, I'm.
Here comes our camera boat.
Okay, here we go. So we got dual coverage of Jeremy McKay going on.
Beautiful out today.
Well, let's get an update from Q, get a Just Fishing TV update from him and Doug, and then we can head back through, go over to that channel. We'll turn off our live coverage and
Your magic.
wait for these guys to get to Siltcoos. Once we get to Siltcoos, we can give everybody updates. Like I said, we'll jump on the boats there. Here, we're just basically trying to see who gets off the water first, who makes that big jump.
I say we get off the water first.
Get prepared for them. Once we get to Siltcoos, we can give everybody updates. Like I said, we'll jump on the boats there. Here, we're just basically trying to see who gets off the water first, who makes that big jump.
I say we get off the water first.
Get prepared for them.
We get off the water first, head over to Siltcoos.
I know that you have a reason for wanting to get over there and get some redemption, because last time William here,
Well,
he did a little bit better than what you did.
I'm being
I already
hospitable.
know it's about that.
okay.
As a guest in our area, you know how them northern boys are with the Dirty South boys here. You know, you come down to the valley, we'll let you know, but we'll also make you feel at home.
All right, well, let's get their take on what Sutton looks like. We know that William's already fished it a little bit.
How's it going?
Well, we're having a blast. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good.
I was doing okay until William got really demanding of me.
Yeah, he can be that way. You know, those guys from the north are like that.
He's like, quick, take a picture. And I'm like, what? Take a picture of them. Take a picture of them. I go, okay.
Oh, so he's making you work.
He wanted to videotape me taking a picture of you.
All right, so we've got a video of a video now of taking a picture. So, Doug Taylor, appreciate you being out here. You've been one of the biggest fans of Bass Battles. Came out here the first season, and then became
Wohink, wasn't it?
Yeah, Wohink, and then became our photographer. So appreciate you being out here today.
Oh, I appreciate it. This is a blast. It's exciting to see it grow. It's way bigger this year than last year.
And was it bigger last year than it was the year before?
Yeah.
So you're saying it's growing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Artie Stone's been on fire today, by the way.
Yeah. I caught some of it in the parking lot already.
It's gonna be a long day, Doug.
Yeah. Well,
So Ryan Lawrence said if Sutton is anything like Mercer yesterday, it could be a long morning.
See? Told you.
So we've got to get some predictions. So real quick, we've been getting ranges for the 7 fish limits for these guys. We know that Jeremy's fish is about 2 pounds, and we actually caught him on camera. He lost one at the boat just a few minutes ago.
really?
So we know nobody's left for Siltcoos yet, but before we get to Siltcoos, knowing that it sounds like everybody wants to get their 2 fish and get out of here.
Yes.
What do you think the overall weight today is going to be to win it? Start doing the math.
Here?
Start doing the math.
Here?
how many pounds here? I'm going to say 4.5.
Okay.
And then Siltcoos?
Siltcoos, I'm going to say 12.
Oh.
Ooh, wow.
So a 16 and a half pound champion? Okay.
Yeah. I just have a funny feeling that won't be the real big ones.
Okay.
Maybe the females have moved off the nest.
So Artie Stone has got, he's going for 19. I'm saying 22.
I could be way off. That's
You are
just
way
my-
off.
Thank you.
I agree with you.
Before these two start fighting, let's get the camera-to-camera coverage. What are you calling out for overall weight today?
I'm thinking someone's gonna leave here with at least 5 pounds. So
Okay.
definitely, I think they're
You saw him last night. You're the
average
one that
2.5 pound fish. I think,
But that was a late afternoon bite.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But I think if they figure out where they're laying at, because there's a lot of unproductive water.
Yeah.
The only place
We've seen that so far.
The only place I found them is where there's lily pads and there's a gap between the bank and the pads.
Okay.
And I haven't seen many spots that have that.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you on that.
Well, we saw some cruisers. We know, and I'm actually surprised that David hasn't gone back over there yet, because David's still actually fishing the point over
Has he
here.
got any?
No, but we were following behind him, and we saw 2 pounders in the water.
Yeah. Staring right at us.
And
in a
then
foot of water.
he went up
Really?
just a little bit further, and he saw one that was actually about 3.5, but then he muddied up the bay, so he left it.
And it was darting fry.
Yeah, so you know that fish is probably still around there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a surprise that he hasn't gone back to that spot to just try to
And
knock out those 2 fish.
Ron didn't have anything when we left him. Jeremy's the only one
Yeah,
that's got one.
Yep.
yeah. And honestly, these guys I think are lucky right now that Jeremy lost that other one.
yeah, because he'd be gone.
He could be at Siltcoos already right now.
He already made it known that he's gonna get those 2 and he's
Yeah,
out.
that's what everybody's said so far. They want to catch their 2 fish here at Sutton, and then they want to just get the heck out
And
of
I
here.
think
and go to
mentally it's going to disturb these guys if Jeremy ends up leaving.
and they're
Because
stuck
they
here
have
and they
no
can't
fish.
leave.
Yeah, it's just like he's got a 3-hour head start basically on him over there.
And he fished this bay pretty quick too.
What I have seen from from last year, when Jeremy's got a head start, especially going in the last part of the round, and I witnessed Clint having to go through that, where just all of a sudden, just like the wheels on the bus just started, you could see the pressure
coming
amped
off.
up. He was fishing unlike how he normally fishes.
Right. Yeah, he's
No,
a
he was
strong
doing
fisherman.
stuff.
So
Yeah, but you could tell the pressure was on him.
yeah.
Where do you think it's going to be at Siltcoos? Yeah.
I'm thinking they're gonna be averaging about 3.5 pound fish.
Okay, can you add that up for me?
Well, he's saying 15 to 17, just like you
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying about 22 pounds, 21, 22
about
pounds.
20 pounds, at least 20
pounds.
21.
So we're right in the right area except Doug.
But you don't know. Doug could be the only one that's right.
Yeah, that could be.
Hey, nobody's got their 2 fish yet. So
That's why I'm kind of like, maybe the bite's kind of off today.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, why you say that?
Because I would have thought these guys would have already had I figured we'd already be over at Siltcoos by now.
Why?
Because they'd already got their fish.
the caliber of these anglers
It's
tells
just the
Doug
fish
that.
aren't
I
biting.
love you, Doug.
I know you do, but see, this is all on camera. So when I go back on this, I have witness to the fact that, I don't have to say anything. I don't have to do anything. And art's all over me like he's high.
All right, Ryan Lawrence, we are ending at 3 o'clock today at Siltcoos. So these guys can fish for their 2 fish and get out of here, go to Siltcoos and then fish at 3, or at 11 o'clock if they don't have their 2 fish yet. 11 o'clock, everybody heads to Siltcoos.
So what?
Okay, now he's going to go back to the place where he caught his fish and he lost his fish.
Yeah.
So weigh-ins at 3?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, for you it's 3:30.
I just want to go on record that the Portland Trail Blazers will win today. They'll beat the Denver Nuggets and have a commanding 3-1 lead in the series. And that game starts at 4, so I'm not going to stick around.
Wow. I see where your commitment is.
I know.
Well, man, after I've been a Blazer fan since 1970 when they first came into the league. You'd buy the nosebleed seat for like $3 and by halftime you'd go sit in the front because nobody was showing up, and you just go down, sit behind the Blazer bench or whatever to take the empty seats. They lost more than they won, and you would
sounds like a lot of
go
fun.
see the Stars, not the Blazers. But through the years,
I'd rather be on the water.
yeah.
Yeah, he's second guessing himself.
He's thinking about it right now.
Well,
You can watch the Blazers
rare
from the water.
The Blazers making it to the NBA Finals or this far into the playoffs, it is rare.
I don't care about NBA Finals. We're at Bass Battles Championships, man.
Thank you.
And that's why I'm here.
And you're thinking about basketball? We got a bass
This is kind of like March Madness.
Yeah,
in
I was tying
May.
it all in.
No, you wasn't.
And the thing is, it's like, you have the Golden State Warriors.
Yes,
Jeremy
champions.
McKay.
Champions.
And Jeremy's had it kind of easy
Right
the
here,
last 3
Golden
years.
State, baby.
Oh, he hasn't had anything easy.
This is what Oaktown is, baby. Look, you want me to show that?
No, you don't got to strip down, man. I know you got it all over your boat. You probably got tattoos in areas I don't even want to mention.
We're gonna have to get this hostility. It's a good thing that you're in that boat, I'm in this boat. I don't know what would happen if we would put you on the same boat today.
Well, no,
Premier Comfort and Drain Rate are
It all
on.
started from Q. Q's over here demanding on him to take pictures and stuff, and now he's taking it out on us.
Got Doug
Well,
in a bad mood.
he says, "Oh, I got to film this. There's going to be some banter."
I know
And
it.
I looked
Let's
at him.
let me
I go,
start
you
now.
guarantee
Let's get ready to
there'll be
start
some
happening.
banter.
All right,
It's gonna
well,
happen.
we're gonna leave you guys alone. This is getting
Well,
too
hey,
hostile here.
I just want to say off record that you guys rock. This is by far one of the funnest things that I've ever been involved in, and I would rather be here than in the Portland Coliseum
Thank you.
during the NBA Finals.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Doug Taylor, TaylorMade Tournament Photography. Appreciate you being here. Just
Unless
Fishing
the Blazers
TV.
pay me for some photography work, then I might change my mind.
All right, well, let's go find out what the other guys are doing and get another update.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's
Sounds
see
like a
it.
plan.
Maybe the next time we see each other, it's pulling out and we're heading to Lake 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're
And,
gonna.
no more Southern hospitality, Mr. Q. Or as we say in Spanish, ¿qué? Yeah. For everybody that wants to know, when Q, you say it in English, but in Spanish it's spelled Q. Well, it's pronounced que, which means what?
What? Exactly.
And then that's what I'm saying to Mr. Northern there.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold up. We've got.
He's gone. He got his fish. He's
Yeah.
out of here.
All right, let's go head to the dock.
Go. I can almost bet you money. The way he's moving, he's got his fish. Didn't get it. I can bet that. Jeremy's like, what's all the excitement, dude? Why are you chasing him down? Never a dull moment, huh? That's why I love this so much. Not only the fishing, but just hanging out with some really cool guys. How's the battle?
It's a battle. Got one little one.
Got one?
You got one?
Yeah. If I could get this one right here to go, I'd be able to get out of here.
Yeah.
Good one, but it was already frying. I didn't realize it until I was on top of it.
Beautiful day today.
Yes, it is.
So have you seen quite a few though?
Maybe 4 or 5 at the moment. They've all been just cruising around.
So you thinking you get that next fish, you're out of here?
We'll be out of here like out here quick enough. This one isn't really that big, but it's a fish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll work.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's taken so long.
I am too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure all 3 of you guys would have had it already by now.
Well, I guess we don't have the prowess you do to go out. You caught them all yesterday.
Yeah, he sword-mouthed them all.
Yeah.
You blame him. Dang Washingtonians coming down here ruining our fishing.
You don't know how bad I want to go catch one right now.
Well, I can go catch one for you if you want to.
I'm just trying to stay out of y'all way.
You see one?
But it's not that big. And in a couple hours, he'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
Try him a little bit. He's hiding in the bushes now. Yeah, it's definitely a good morning, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's a beautiful morning. So you still feeling pretty confident that you'll be able to get out of here before 11?
Yeah. What is it? 8:20? Yeah, I should be.
Yeah.
Right now, I feel confident anyway. Come ask me at 9:20 and we'll see.
Okay. Good luck, David.
What's that?
Good luck, man.
Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Awesome.
Let me follow him over to Bobby's boat.
Way to get it done, man.
Still got a lot of work to do, though.
Yeah, I know. That's the first leg, though.
All right.
All right, so we've got David Mays is the first to strike at Sutton Lake with 2 fish in the boat. We're going to get a weigh in here and then get David on the way to Siltcoos. So we had a false alarm here a second ago. We had Jeremy McKay got up and got on the move, and we knew he had one in the boat and he missed one. But David sneaks in before he actually has that 2 fish, and David's going to be off to Siltcoos here as quick as we can get these weighed. So it doesn't sound like he has a kicker that he wants to weigh in here, but he's going to get those 2 fish off and get on the road to Siltcoos.
What'd you get him on, David? Jig. Both of them? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll tell you a secret about that after this whole event.
All right. So David Mays.
361.
2 fish for 361.
You guys can dump them, or can I just dump them?
We can dump them here. We're not
What do they look like here?
Yeah. There's a few. I've seen a few bigger ones, though.
2 fish for 361 though. So you are on the board.
And you're good to go.
You're good to go to Siltcoos.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. We'll get on the water over there and jump on your boat.
All right. Sounds good.
Congratulations being the first one to advance over there.
Thank you.
Did that take a little bit of pressure off you?
Yeah, the first one did. Then I was fishing for one on a bed and finally just said I'm going to leave it alone and made 1 cast down the bank and it took off.
We'll see you at Siltcoos.
All right. Good job, sir. All right. So there we have it. 361.
2 fish.
2 fish. And David Mays. He's off to the ramp.
Almost 4 pounds in, kind of like I called it.
Really?
4 pounds.
That's the most important thing, is that you called it.
That's all that matters.
We're gonna watch David Mays. He's heading right to the canal here. He's gonna head over to the ramp, put his boat on the trailer, and see if he can get another 5 over there at Siltcoos.
What time is it now?
I don't know. I don't have my
8:26.
8:26, so 8:30, and he's already heading to Siltcoos. He could be at Siltcoos by 9 o'clock.
And these guys are here till 11, so he can have a 2-hour head start.
Possibly.
Yeah. I know, that will make me feel good.
Cougar, thanks for tuning in. Nate, Brandon. So again, David Mays, he decides that he's just going to go for those 2 quick ones, 361, puts them in the boat, and now he can go over to Siltcoos and start hammering those as the sun comes up. So
Right now, he's in the lead.
What'd I say?
Yeah.
All right, now we can move to the next lake.
Hang on.
What'd I say? Any place where there's lily pads where you got some space to the bank. Did I call it?
You called it, man. Mwah.
you can see the fog's burning off, and that's another thing. I'm going to give you credit. Okay, say, you did call it. You said as soon as that sun hits the water and starts warming things up a little bit. What do we got for water temp?
61.
61. So
Yeah.
the sun is just starting to peek out, and you can tell that that's all of a sudden the fish started moving. Like he said, he saw one on a bed, then he just made another cast, and all of a sudden that fish was taking off. So that's all it took was for a little bit of sun to hit the water, and that made a difference for him.
You know what time it is. Let's go get him.
It's about 2:58. That's all right.
Got it.
What is it?
We know Jeremy McKay just around the corner. He's still sitting on one fish. All it takes is for him to have that second bite, and then he could be right behind David. Weight-wise, though, we know that he could potentially end up being ahead of him. 361's not really anything to worry too much about.
That's one fish.
Right.
Most
At
places.
Siltcoos. Yeah. But the difference is we hear him right now. He's going to be at Siltcoos, and so that's when it's going to be interesting is how much longer now before Ron and Jeremy are able to actually get over to Siltcoos.
I think them knowing that one person's already left this lake.
It's got to be pressure.
It's good. It's pressure.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's pressure.
Well, let's cruise over and let's actually find out from the anglers themselves what kind of pressure that is. So Derek, Carrie, Brandon, Cougar, Nate, Robert, Reed, Christy. We are back live at Sutton Lake. Only 2 anglers remaining on Sutton. David Mays is the first to advance over to Siltcoos. We're gonna see what kind of pressure that puts on these other guys here. We know Jeremy is just around the corner. Jeremy McKay, our champion, had the second fish on. We watched him lose that one right at the boat as he started to swing it in. He could actually have already been at Siltcoos by now had that fish been put in the boat, but we know we've got Ron 6 just around the corner here as well. Peter Goebel, thanks for joining us. We know a lot of you guys were out on the water yesterday. We're just doing the second day of coverage here. Just a little thing called Bass Battles Championships here. So it's interesting though because all 3 of these anglers, this lake isn't as small as it looks. For all 3 of the anglers to be fishing very, very close together.
And you notice they're all 3 in the second pool.
Yeah.
They chose to leave that.
They abandoned that first one, came over here. It's just amazing how anglers can find some of the same places.
Yes.
Very, very quickly.
Oh, Jeremy's up and moving again.
Yeah, it looks like that's a little bit
Ron's
of...
got his hand on his hip.
Looks like that might be a little bit of a sportsmanship move there. You know, heading head to head, somebody's got to make a change, and it looks like they actually both turn around.
Definitely good sportsmanship.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that all these anglers that have participated in bass battles is awesome sportsmanship.
Exactly. You see Jeremy McKay making another move, trying to go back and get his second one in the boat. Ryan Lawrence, yes, David Mays has just moved on. We actually just started this live feed out with David weighing in his 2 fish.
3 pounds.
361 was what his 2 fish were.
Yep.
So David is off to Siltcoos. Jeremy has one in the boat. He lost one, so he's a little bit closer to advancing. You can tell he's pretty determined. As soon as he made that move, he's headed back to the spot. It looked like closer to where he had missed that one. Knowing that there's a fish over there, all it takes is one more, right?
See if it came back.
Yeah.
How we doing, Ron? Any fish yet? Okay. Okay, so you're on the board. David Mays just left.
He's gone, huh?
He's gone. He's got 2 fish.
Nice.
3 pound, 3.61 for 2 fish. So we know Jeremy's got one, you got one. And we got a trout fisherman coming up. I think he wants to get into bass battles. I don't think they're used to seeing this much activity on Sutton Lake.
So we got Clayton Remilong says my favorite coastal lake. So nice to see you guys out there. So again, we got another new face coming to join on Bass Battles and enjoying Sutton Lake out here.
Morning.
So we've got Ron Six making some changes here.
Tournament on this lake.
Oh, really? Yeah, we're doing the Bass Battles Championship here today. So we got 3 boats out here, and we're the camera boat. I'll come over to you.
So Ryan Lawrence said he's secretly rooting for David Mays since he eliminated him. Ryan, we don't blame you at all, buddy. We know that David is a good stick, that's for sure. So nothing wrong with getting knocked out by him.
And we have one of the locals here.
All-Star Bass Fishing.
Now, that's what we're talking about. That's a pretty sight. 5? Crushing it.
Yeah, so let's see what all the commotion is about over here. So again, Bass Battles Championships. We've got 3 anglers out here fishing 2 bodies of water. 3 o'clock will be our weigh-in at Siltcoos. If you're in the area at all and want to go over to Darling's Resort, we'll be doing the weigh-in off the docks over there.
Huh?
Ron get a second fish?
No. David Mays is gone now.
I thought Ron had a second fish. I'm like, whoa, that means Jeremy's the last one. I didn't see that one coming.
No, but Ron does have one. So all it takes is for him to go back through that channel, connect with one, and then give us that call, and we'll go over there and weigh his fish. So it could happen any minute.
I would, if it goes down that way, and Jeremy has to wait until 11 to get off this lake.
It's a game changer, huh?
Yeah.
Told you.
You might start to see the wheels coming off the bus, but on the winning bus.
Are you gonna get off the bus?
No, I still, but it just.
Sounds like you're gonna get off the bus at the next
it makes
station.
it interesting, very interesting. That's to say the least.
Yeah, well, and
Interesting.
Because I didn't see it coming. I thought Jeremy.
What? Doug? You didn't see this?
Not the way it's laying down. No, I would have thought Jeremy would have been the first, maybe second.
I'm a little disappointed.
well,
Doug.
so he could have been. Remember, he lost that fish at the boat.
He did.
Which is untypical of him because he usually makes every fish count.
Yeah. So
That's not.
if he fished clean already this morning, he would have already been at Siltcoos. But now David Mays has a jump on him, and that could be dangerous too, because David's a big fish guy. He could go over to Siltcoos, throw a swim bait for an hour. He gets one kicker in there, and he's gonna be hard to catch.
And if Jeremy doesn't get that second fish, and he's here until 11, by the time he gets to Siltcoos and actually starts to fish, it's probably going to be around 12. he's only got 3 hours to make up what somebody's
So-
started about 9 o'clock.
So I want to ask you this though. We've seen interviews with Jeremy. He doesn't get shaken, and Jeremy knows the confidence level that he has at Siltcoos. He can put 5 fish in the boat there very quickly. So
Here he comes.
let's see what happens here if he's got that second fish or not. You got the scales ready?
He's got a second fish.
All right. So here we go. Let's get it started.
Neat.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
Got 2?
Yeah, I've had 2 for a little bit. I'm trying to get a good one off the bed. It's about a 3, but it's good.
Oh, so you were still trying to get an extra one, get a bonus
I'll
fish.
go get him for you while.
Well, I was just trying to call, but
Yeah.
good one of these is rat. That's all right. I just gotta get off this lake. I lost 2 good ones.
Well, we saw that. We saw one right as we pulled up.
And another one got hung up on me and
Yeah.
off, so.
So they definitely would have gave you some good size.
Yeah, that's all right.
Well, we know David Mays is already on his way, so yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, don't lose that fish. Get that one in the bag.
Little rat.
Okay. I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah, I don't know about this one. This this might be interesting live TV here. Wow.
That's probably not good on your knee, bud.
Hey, you can jump across there if you want. I can keep the boat under control. I'd rather not see you get workers' comp on bass battles. All right, let's get up close and personal here and see what 361 is what David Mays weighed in.
Ron 6 get to yet?
No, he's still out there.
He just went to the other side.
Does Ron have any?
He has one. Yeah.
419.
419. So Jeremy
what did-
McKay,
what did
419.
David
You can go ahead and release him here, and you can go ahead and head off to Siltcoos. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
What David weigh?
361.
You want to come back this way?
Oh yeah. I forgot. I told you I was going to get control of the boat, huh?
All right, Jeremy. We'll get him, bud.
Okay.
Off to Siltcoos.
Whoa! All right, good luck, Jeremy. Be safe getting over there. Man, I didn't expect you to jump. I was still going to try to get you over there. Now that, folks, we got that live on camera. Artie Stone making the jump from boat to boat.
Yeah, good thing I got my ibuprofen.
Yeah. Okay, so Jeremy McKay.
Ron 6 left.
So, have you guys got a fish yet?
We haven't made a cast.
We haven't made a catch yet.
Guess who caught the first fish?
Jeremy McKay?
How big?
Probably what? Just a little under 2? 2? How big would you say?
I'll say 2.
4. I mean, Doug, you can lie. It's a 7.
You're a fisherman.
It was 5. Easy.
Well, hang on now. I just got a text message. Well, hang on now. I just got a text message. Oh, nope, not Ron 6.
I was thinking if we got a text message from Ron 6, we're going to have to all get up here and go to the
time
dock real
move.
quick.
There it is.
Which we're probably going to need to go through that channel and just find out kind of how it seems like he's a little shaken. I think he's still kind of trying to make sure he gets that second fish in the boat quickly. He doesn't want to get left behind.
Right.
Ron?
Ron.
Yeah, he seems like he's a little frustrated right now.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you know,
I thought we were going to start. I thought the way this was going on, I thought we might see Jeremy starting to get a little shaken.
well,
He wanted to get off this. He wanted a bigger bag, like he was just saying. He wanted to call.
Yeah.
But he wants to get off.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame him.
So you can tell 361, 419, you know, these guys don't have big weights, but let's see what happens at Siltcoos. Because
And what did I say they'd have on this lake? About 4 pounds.
yeah.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
But are you going to be right at Siltcoos? Because now,
You said 3.5.
Well, I'm halfway right.
yeah, so you were saying 12 pounds at Siltcoos. Do you want to change that now that Jeremy and David are actually getting over there early enough?
I'll make it 14.
I have a feeling by the time we get to Siltcoos, you're going to want to change that to about 17.
It could be.
Sea Art's messing up all my water. He saw I was fishing.
I know he's trying to make sure that he keeps a defensive mode going on right now.
I told you that southern comfort thing gone.
And this is all on camera.
You saw that,
The
right?
ethics of jumping in front of another boat that's fishing.
Yeah, this is a boat A, boat B conversation right now.
Hey, we doing south fishing now.
Hey, look here. Watch this, Art. They're on that bank, dude.
On this one?
They're on this bank.
Oh, is that where you were getting them yesterday? Okay, well,
I know.
so folks at home,
You guys.
Just Fishing TV, Q already has an advantage knowing where they were at because he came out here last night. He pre-fished a little bit.
Yeah, he told me, he goes, there's one right there.
Going
And
right by that dock.
there was one right there.
Well, good job. Did you put it in the live well?
No.
Oh, okay.
I took pictures though.
Oh, so I was gonna say you don't have any proof, but if you got pictures, then
I got
Oh,
some
you're
video.
hoping.
yeah, I was gonna mess with you a little bit, but
No, it don't matter. It
yeah,
don't matter.
I see you already got your proof. All right, we know, looks like Ron 6 is on his way over here to us. Looks like he has got his second fish, so we'll wait for confirmation here, but we believe that all three anglers are now off to Siltcoos. Get the scale out here for you. Kevin Whiting, thanks for tuning in. So we got Ron 6 here. We're just gonna get Ron.
You just got your second one right there?
Yeah.
I saw you.
Man, I lost a good one under.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, right under. He was sitting at about 4 inches.
Wow. I got you.
A dock?
Yeah, and it came out. I was watching an osprey dive and I felt this thump when I turned around. Oh, I just didn't.
So the osprey cost you the fish,
Yeah,
huh?
cost me a fish. It was a cool dive by the osprey.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for tuning back in. We got quick coverage here with Ron 6. We know David Mays, Jeremy McKay have already moved on to Siltcoos, and
Just so you
Ron
know,
is shortly behind them.
He's already in shorts.
He's prepared already for Siltcoos. He knows it's going to be warm over there.
All right, let's get this official and get you back out there, and you can actually close things up. We'll release the fish for you, get you over to Siltcoos.
340.
340. Okay.
Awesome.
So all of the anglers are still within 1 pound. Not a whole lot has changed other than the fact you got to get to Siltcoos now and get the other 5.
Good luck.
Go get them, Ron.
Thanks.
All right. So we got 340, 361, and 419. So
Still close.
still very close race. Ron 6 taking off. I bet that feels a lot better for Ron now, knowing that he is not far behind Jeremy, knowing that neither angler has a whole lot of a head start on him. He didn't have to wait until 11 o'clock. He's able to get over to Siltcoos. Like I said, it probably takes about 20 minutes for the anglers, give or take. You know, when they load their boat up, it's probably going to be about a 30-minute overall to get from here to Siltcoos.
I'm sure if he could drive his boat straight there, he would.
Oh, yeah.
If he could put wheels on.
Oh, yeah. Well, now we get to actually go head over there and catch up with these guys on the water. We'll do some on-the-water coverage. It looks like maybe we'll start the on-the-water coverage a little bit sooner than noon. But we're going to go ahead and tune out here so we know again. We got Ron 6 has 340. We got David Mays had a 361, and Jeremy McKay in the lead with 419. But really nothing that can't be overcome at Siltcoos with the 5 fish that they've got over there. But beautiful morning here at Sutton Lake over on the Oregon coast, just outside of Florence. Fog's lifting off, and I have a feeling that Siltcoos is going to be on fire. So let's get over there before it all happens. All right, folks, thanks for tuning in. We'll have a 3 o'clock weigh-in, so if you can't catch any of the on-the-water coverage, at least make sure that you tune back in for 3 o'clock to see who wins this one today. Bass Battles Championship Sunday.
All-Star Bass Fishing.
Now, that's what we're talking about. That's a pretty sight.
Jeremy's like, what's all the excitement, dude? Why are you chasing him down?
All right, Bass Battles Championship. We've got David Mays, we got Jeremy McKay, Ron 6. We're gonna start out with David Mays.
All right.
You wanna weigh a big fish?
No, that's all right.
Not gonna weigh a big one? We got $75 on the line for big fish.
Maybe I will.
He's got to do it with a face mask on. Apparently, he's got to sneak in and grab somebody else's big fish.
Go ahead, bro. We want to report you no DFW or nothing.
How was your day today?
It was eventful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but the wrong kind of event.
Okay. Well, we know you were the first one to get out of Sutton to make it to Siltcoos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna weigh a big one. That ain't that big.
You never know. You never know.
Oh, okay. You're gonna twist my arm.
We're gonna
$5.
We're gonna have the suspense anyways to make sure.
How much you think it was, David?
322.
Gotta remember the bag.
353.
Gotta remember the bag on there too.
Oh, I forgot the bag.
Yeah.
You should have said that.
All right, 353 big fish.
Give me help you write something?
I can just. He's got to get his fish anyway, so. You got 5?
Yeah, no, 4.
You got 4?
4.
Okay. So David had 361 at Sutton, and then was able to get 353 for his big fish at Siltcoos. So 1 fish replaced 2.
Yeah.
But it is a total weight, so let's see what we've got here for the other 4.
18.
I'll take it. Mark it.
Mark it down.
1837. I mean 837.
Okay, 837.
837.
More than I thought.
All right.
I fell for the whole thing. 837.
Hold the 2 biggest fish up when you get a chance there.
Oh, okay, yeah, just say.
You go get some pictures of you, bro.
All right, so David has 1198 overall. That's the new weight to beat for the championships.
So you're in the lead right now, David.
Yeah, let's end it. Let's call it.
Do you have a feeling that your competitors might have a little more than that, or what are you thinking? Yeah. Well,
All right, thank you.
If they're better at getting the fish in the boat than me, then yeah.
well, today we know that no matter what, the worst that you can do is $350. So that's not a bad payday, no matter what happens. Let's see whether you get the 350 or the 650 or the 1200.
Right on.
But well, we appreciate you fishing with us. We're gonna go ahead and jump over. Let's get Jeremy McKay. Looks like he's ready to go. He wants to put fish in the boat.
Jeremy McKay, reigning 2-time champion of the coast.
We'll see. Today was a different deal.
We'll see if you can knock off David Mays off the hop seat here.
What was his big fish?
His big fish was 353.
You want to weigh a big fish?
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe. I don't even know if it's close. May as well.
Yeah, it pulls out a 7. It's like, this might do.
All right, so he needs to beat a 353 with big fish, and then Jeremy needs. Looks like he needs approximately 8 pounds, just under 8 pounds, to be able to jump into the hot seat.
$351.
351. Wow. Okay. All right. Doesn't quite take the big fish honors, but we'll see if he has what it takes to be able to jump into first place here.
I don't think so. Not on this one.
5 fish? 5 fish.
5 fish. Okay.
I think he only said first place. So. Wasn't the only one with one of those. All right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, we didn't see you on the lake at all today.
I was wondering where everybody was at.
It was
We gave up and started fishing is what the problem was.
it was a lot easier to find you guys over on Sutton.
Yeah, a little less water to cover, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jeremy McKay, we're looking at, he needs approximately 8 pounds here to be able to take over first. We'll get the official total here in a second. We'll do the math here and see what we've got. Looks like that puts him at 1556 overall for the day.
Okay. So you're in first place, Jeremy. 1556.
So let's do the quick math and let's see what Ron 6 needs to beat here before he boxes his fish up.
Me a little bit.
Ron, do you have a big fish you want to weigh?
Compared to those two.
You have a big fish you want to weigh?
Yeah.
A big fish right now is a 353. All right, this is definitely going to be down to the wire here between Jeremy and Ron. Needs to beat a 353 for big fish, and he's going to need 12-16 overall to take the championship. Yes.
$521.
521 big fish. Nice job. All right, so overall, we're gonna try and get a close-up look here. Try to stay out of Jeremy's way here so we can see still too, but we're looking for a little over 12 pounds.
You got 5 fish?
Yeah.
All right, let's make it official. Ron had 3.40 at Sutton. He needs 12.16 to take the lead.
This could be close. It could be real close. Oh, come on, fish. $17.34.
17.34.
That was pretty close.
And Marty Stone apparently.
Yeah, she's dumping eggs.
Artie Stone kind of makes it a nail biter at the end there, but congratulations, Ron 6.
Thank you.
2019 Bass Battles Season 3 champion. Let's see what your total weight was. 20.74.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. We had a few guesses and it was in the 20-pound range. So again, Ron, congrats. Nice job. Let's see a couple of those big fish.
About ready to bust.
So Ron went from the last person to leave Sutton and the lowest weight at Sutton to
Catching the biggest bag.
catching the biggest bag at Siltcoos and the overall big fish. So that'll be $75 plus the
Thank you.
$1,200 check is probably a little more important. We'll make sure we get that to you here soon. Jeremy McKay, second place with 15.56. Big fish at 3.51. Good job, Jeremy. Our two-time champion.
Nice job, Jeremy. Nice job.
Good work. Always appreciate you fishing with us. David Mays, third place with 11.98 and a 3.53 big fish. So again, all three competitors, let's get all three of you guys standing next to each other here. Amazing season, Bass Battles, Oregon Coast. So I just want to say thank you real quick. Well, now to the man behind the counter. Our friend, there we go. So Trainer Raider, obviously without Art, this would be very difficult to accomplish. Being the chase boat all season, coming out here and taking time off to be able to take away from fishing, to be able to run around on the lake. Appreciate you helping us out here. William Moffitt, obviously again, coming down from Washington, making a long trip to support these guys, to support Bass Battles and everything we're doing. Doug Taylor, we've got Doug back here in the background. Tailor-made tournament photography. Appreciate you being out here and all the way from the beginning, obviously being out here
from the first Bass Battles on, and being a big fan, and also being our cameraman, director of photography over there. But again, these three anglers represent a whole lot of accomplishments in Bass Battles. So setting a lot of history here. Obviously, Jeremy McKay has been our two-time reigning champion, has not been beat in the championships until today. So congratulations to you for having a great run. It's been an honor to be able to have you fishing Bass Battles with us, and we know you've got a lot of big things ahead of you in your career. And today was one of those days where we threw a different format out there. There was a little bit of things you guys had to kind of adjust. We knew at Sutton you had actually made a decision to stick around a little bit longer because you already had the two fish, but you were trying to, can I upgrade? You had said that you had found a fish that potentially would go, that would help you out a little bit. Looking back on that, do you have anything you would have done differently, knowing the format now that we had changed to in that transition from Sutton to Siltcoos, or do you have anything you would have done differently at Siltcoos today?
I don't think so. I mean, ideally I would have got off of Sutton the first hour or so. I lost a couple. I can't be there longer than I wanted to be, but Siltcoos just didn't play today for me. So it was just a tougher day.
Which is a surprise too, because you've told us in the past that Siltcoos is one of your favorites.
Absolutely, yeah, I did. I love this lake. Yeah. For some reason today they were off. So I was happy to get 5. It was a grind to get 5, and just did the best I can. Hats off to Ron. Thank you. Excellent bag out here on a tough day.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So again, appreciate you fishing with us. It's been an awesome journey to be able to watch you escalate your career beyond Bass Battles, to be able to go to Fish FLW, Wild West, have a really good success there. And we're going to continue to hope that you come out and fish the river, hope that you're able to come out and fish Bass Battles in the future. But we're going to follow your journey no matter where it goes. So appreciate you fishing with us. David Mays, like I said, one of the most versatile anglers that's out here. You've made 2 championships.
3 feet, or 2 feet, 3rd place. Who can do that?
Absolutely.
I'm the first one to do that.
So the first one in again, more history. The first one in Bass Battles history to get 3rd place on the river and 3rd place in the coastal lake. But it's definitely a challenge. So you called it out. You would be comfortable on the river catching smallies, and the coast is an area that you don't necessarily get to make a lot of runs down here and pre-fish and practice and spend a lot of time on the water, but you succeeded in making it to the championship round. Knowing the format, again, same question we asked Jeremy, the format that we threw up against you today, you were the first one to leave.
I actually liked it.
Yeah,
because it puts a little extra pressure on you when the other people leave, because then you're thinking, okay, if they leave, then I'm the one stuck here, and vice versa. If I get out of here first, then it's kind of an advantage in a sense.
Mentally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like that. I wish we would have went till 4 or 5, just long enough to catch a few more fish.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So we kind of figured that on a Sunday, anybody that's having to drive a fair distance probably doesn't want to stick around here until too late in the day.
Blazer game is on tonight too, so
Right. But at the same time,
Blazer game.
Yeah.
This shows the hardcore anglers, though, that they are. If they could stay out here until dark tonight and we changed the weigh-in time, they would still be here. So,
if it wasn't for the Blazer game, I probably would go back out for a little while. But
Bass Battles, Blazer game. I mean, it's a tough comparison. Well, we appreciate you being here as well, and we hope that you continue to fish with us. We got the Columbia River Series coming up here at the end of the month, so hopefully we'll see you in that. If not, we'll still continue to follow your journey as well. But Ron 6. Ron, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're able to pull out the win here, and we know that we spent some time with you here at Siltcoos. We didn't get you until the afternoon, where you already had 4 in the boat, but we saw you put together a pretty good run. But walk through your journey today, this morning at Sutton, and then what things you did as you went to Siltcoos.
Yeah, tournament fishing, you're always with that time pressure. You can feel it ticking away on your back. That's completely different when you're the last one on the lake and everybody's gone.
You were the last one to leave?
The first thing that goes through your mind is, will I ever catch another fish?
Yeah.
And I was just
one. All you need is one.
Just one. I was getting ready to hook one, and an osprey dumped in. I went, oh, that's cool. No. Missed that one. That was it. I'm going to be here. They're going to kick me off at 11. I had a plan to come out and fish the reeds. I was going to fish the irons all day. And and it got windy. I caught one out there on the island and decided to flip what I was going to do. And just shallow, and if it let up, I was going to go back to the islands. But didn't need to. I just found the right bites. It was not easy. You saw almost every bite I got, except for the 4 that I had. Just wasn't a lot of them to be had.
Yeah, and like Jeremy had said, a tough day on Siltcoos, and it's a level setting field, and that's one of the things that we've always kind of looked for in bass battles is what's a format that we can put out here so that it does level the playing field. Everybody has the same opportunity. There's decisions that have to be made. Each person has to kind of go through and mentally prepare for anything that's possible. So hopefully we're able to give that to you guys, and congratulations again, all 3 of you. So you get a check today. I do need to go back and write those for you, so don't leave without getting your money. But we'll also continue to work through the logistics of the TBF semifinals. We know that you've qualified as the first boater. So we do have the River Series to go through, and then we'll start figuring out kind of from there where everyone fills in. So there's still a potential that you guys could qualify through bass battles for the TBF semifinals, either as a boater or non-boater, depending on how many members we get out of the Columbia River Series. So we'll keep you filled in on that piece of it, but we're going to go ahead and wrap everything up. You guys have anything else that you would like to add before we cut off of Facebook Live, off of Just Fishing TV? You're famous, so...
Thanks for watching.
Your sponsors, family, wives at home.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely thank the wife. Yeah, the wife's awesome. Let me come out and do this way more than most would allow. So, thank you, and of course the sponsors. Drain Raider, Nixon's, Enigma Rods. They've really made me a better angler. All-Star Bass, everything along with it. So. Great surrogate. Can't complain. And again, man, excellent job out there today.
Thank you.
Right.
Wait for next year.
Right? Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to cut out, but again, appreciate everybody for tuning in, sticking with us through all of the coverage difficulties that we had, but at least we were able to get these guys, for the most part, doing what they love out here on the water, putting together, everybody had a good day on the water, if nothing else. You caught fish, you were able to compete. There wasn't any real catastrophes out there as far as motor issues or anything like that. So we feel like we had a clean bass battles this event. We'll take that every time. So until next time, you guys tune in. We're going to have bass battles on the Columbia River coming up here at the end of the month. So we'll start a whole nother circuit. If you would like to jump in, you can go to allstarbassfishing.com. We will also have the shirt that Ron 6 is wearing. We'll have that up on there, so those can be purchased as well, and that will help go towards the funding for the TBF semifinal for these anglers. So we'll give that little plug in there. But at the same time, like I said, appreciate everybody for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys later.
Hey, can I give a photo of both you guys?
Go get him.